Hello. Today we're going to be talking about pets and animals and being a pet lover. So, my thoughts on this, which was like a kind of a weak topic, it was a short week this week because Monday was Veterans Day, so we were kind of supporting the troops and all that jazz. And then I all of a sudden just kind of talked about pets because a few things were coming up where I was like, oh, this could be a thing. So, the big one is with animal lovers, which this isn't supposed to be like, pro or against. It's just supposed to be if you are an animal lover or a person that enjoys those animals and you're paying a high amount of like a high amount of money for their vet bills. And I know a few people that will pay the thousands. I grew up in a world where we don't pay that much. We kind of shoot the dog, if you know what I mean. So it's like once it gets too high, we kind of go, they're a part of the family, but we can't kill ourselves financially for an animal. Which brought up to the point of like, are we prolonging their life at all? And so that was like my big question is modern medicine, what was it after World War One, the antibiotic came out or whatnot, and that just prolonged everyone's life. And then even the science of plastics helped prolong because of cleanliness and stuff like that, clean stuff and antibacterial, this and that. And so we jumped from living in our 60s, then dying, to now we're up to our hundreds, 110. We're getting there. So I'm just kind of going, are animals doing the same thing? Now I get it. Cats are only up to maybe 15, 20. You know, a dog is up to that same range. But I'm kind of going, are we doing anything that gets them to live to like 22, 23, 25 years? Like, are we doing anything? Like, is our thousands of dollars that we're putting in just prolonging them from dying a month from now, or are they actually going to live longer? And so that's kind of the thing. And the reason why I say that or even bring it up is because it's like, we love our animals, but I do believe we live in a time where like businesses know that and they're milking us for it. Case in point, I have family that would bring their animals to the vet, and the vet is doing what a car mechanic would do. Hey, you have this wrong with you, but we found these things out that you could pay extra money for. Hey, your animal, you came in for this, but we can clean their teeth, give them this shot, blah, 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 for hundreds of dollars more. And because you love your pet, you're not going to say no. So it's like, that's what kind of bothers me is we're becoming this oh, I love my animals, so it's not, it's worth it. And you're just kind of going, is it, like is it? And so then the big question is like, is their life prolonged? Because that'd be kind of cool. That's not even like a money thing. It's like just kind of like we are literally giving them surgeries and injections and things to make them feel better. Are they living longer? Because that'd be crazy to know if we're actually helping a cat or a dog or whatever just live longer, even a parakeet or whatnot. So just something to consider. Like, is all that money you investing? We all know it's more for you. It's not so much the pet. The pet has no idea what's going on. I mean, it might know that it's feeling better, and it will love you for that. But the world is still very simple, and you have more love to give. So I get it. So that was the one thing. Then the following day it was like there was this earning app. It's called Earning app, and it's I guess you could say it's like a checking in cash except it's an app. So you can get money the day of. So you work today, you can get money today and all that. And so I was like, okay. But what got me about the commercial, which I thought was a very millennial thing, because that's what we're doing is pooping on millennials, is they were saying, okay, if you have that emergency vet bill, you can get the money that day. And I'm just kind of going, okay, the only thing wrong with this idea is if you are struggling for cash and you need money that day, maybe you shouldn't be a pet owner, you know? So it just kind of goes back to, I remember one time I saw this like Kickstarter and they're like, help me move. And they wanted to move all this crap. And I actually reached out to them and I said, you should sell your stuff, you know? That way you're not asking for people to like help move your bed. You know what I mean? Like sacrifice. Uh, and so that's my point is if you're really struggling, maybe you shouldn't own something that's living that needs constant care. Because that just seems unfair to the both of you. Uh, you know what I mean? Like, you don't have the money, so obviously you need the money the day of. So it's like, let's be clever. You know, if you had a savings, then you don't need that app. You know, you have the rainy day funds, and then you can use that to help with your emergency vet bill. But it's like your emergency, I get. Kids, sure, like a human or whatever, a car, something that helps you with your job. It's like, oh, you know, when your cat, blah blah blah. It's like, yeah, but animals are a luxury. They are. Like, unless you're a farmer, sheep herder, like it's not part of your job. You're just doing it for your own coping. Like, not to be like cold or anything, but like we get animals to make us feel better. It's purely that. Like, there could be a few people out there that have animal sanctuaries and stuff like that, but for the most part, it's like we have our own, like, I need to bring my animal to the airplane and all that, which I could get into right now, but I kind of don't want to. It's just, well, maybe I will. It's like, that alone is amazing. We are so, like, high anxiety and weird. We need to bring an animal into a tube and and send them thousands of miles up. We're and I'm gonna say this bluntly, we're so selfish that an animal that has no purpose being on in a plane is forced to make us feel better. It's like, holy moly. Humans are hilarious. Anyways, and then the following day I posted about animal subscriptions. And I just thought that was interesting because it's like, all right, come on. You know, another monthly thing. So that's 5, you know, TV show things, you know, Netflix, Hulu, HBO, the new Disney and all that. Then you got your gym, then you got like whatever shave thing, then you got whatever grocery thing, then you have like whatever meal prep subscription thing you have. Then you have now your animals. And I'm just kind of going, where does the love go? Like, we can't go to the grocery store or feed our kids now. We just bring it all to us. We have all the vet comes to us. Now I get it. The bills are smaller. Like, you're saving because you're not buying from the store. So you're cutting the middleman. That part I get. The only thing I'm kind of against is just these constant monthly subscriptions. They are just so exhausting and they're becoming a thing now in our life, very present. You know, can't get rid of this subscription, but can't do this, this, and this. And it's like, just stop. Oh my God, it's so exhausting having so much of this subscription, you know, just so many subscriptions to everything. And they're just getting like more and more ridiculous. You know what I mean? It's like just a subscription for like shampoo, a subscription for like oral care, just for everything. Subscription for your cable, for subscriptions for just like what was it, that car service, you know, you can go get your car washed, and you pay a monthly thing for that. So it's supposed to be this quick convenient thing, and it's like, dang. So many subscriptions. So those are my things about pets. You know, obviously be a pet lover. I grew up being a pet lover. I have animals. Like, I love them. There's nothing wrong with being a pet owner. They're great. Just be, the whole point of all this stuff, every time I yap and talk to you guys, is just to get you to think a different way. It's not to make you feel bad or crap on what you love. It's just to make you think differently. And one of them is don't be a subscription chump. You know, question like, are these high priced you know, treatments that you're giving your animals doing anything besides the immediate gratification of like, okay, now my cat doesn't have a seizure, like seizure medications. I know a gal that gives her animals massages, you know, professional ones, and like professional, I think, needle acupuncture stuff, I think. And that's intense. It's like, holy crap. Wow. So it's like, I guess ask yourself that line, you know, where, how much do you love your animals, and what you're willing to cross and do for them and stuff like that. So I'll end it with that, just kind of getting you to think differently, absorb all the things I'm talking about. You're probably going to see a lot of images with like unnatural lighting and stuff like that, so you're going to see a change in the look of this video just because we're getting to colder seasons, so the sun's not out as much. But updates in life, Saugus High School in Santa Clarita had a shooting recently. So that was trippy. Another shooting in California. You know, being November, around November 14th, 13th, 12th. And so, like, more shootings. We're not talking about fires as much, so I'm assuming that's being controlled. Not a whole lot going on. LA is a crazy beast. So, anyway, hope you enjoy this video. Should be a little quick.